Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Brad and James podcast, where we're talking about. No, you're supposed to fill in. All right, she wasn't ready. She wasn't ready.
What's that supposed to say?
That's it. Fun, interactive conversation about almost anything. So we are so glad that you all are with us tonight. Brad is finishing up a little vacay, and so he will be back next week. So excited to have him back as well. And but he actually is in the house tonight to help us on the tech end. So he came in off vacation to kind of give us a little bit of help there. So we're excited to have him. He's actually in the studio tonight. So our special guest for the second week.
I had to, bring a little Brad to the table.
That's it. The Mrs. James is in the house, so we're excited she's here.
Mr. Bond.
Miss Bonds, if you're nasty.
Uh-oh.
No. So we're glad to have her here with us as well. So excited again to have her in the house. So we have been, since last week, we were talking about several things. We got into this show last week. We've been watching this TV show. It's on Amazon Prime called The World's Toughest Race. Mm-hmm. Have you all seen this thing with Bear Grylls?
Grylls.
Well, we say Grylls, but he doesn't pronounce his name that way. He says Bear Grylls.
Well, it's his name. I guess we should call him Grylls.
He says it like that. He has the accent, which I'm not good at. Brad is better at the accents than I am.
Boy.
But anyway, so this thing is crazy. It is, and of course they're like kilometers, so I'm like converting. I was like, oh yeah, that's 200 miles or whatever. I mean, this thing is crazy. They say this thing eats Iron Man up for dinner. Like it's crazy. Like there was a team of Iron Men that said that Iron Man is nothing compared to this race.
Yeah, there was an Iron Man competitor who did 50 Iron Man challenges in 50 days.
Yeah, and he said
this was way worse.
Yeah, so this thing was unreal. So they started. I think there's 60 teams. They started canoes. They canoed out in the ocean.
Yeah, they were in outriggers and they went up, different terrains and in water and all sorts of temperatures, humidity and freezing cold. And
they would have to use special powders and ointments to dry out their feet so they didn't get. One group, they tried it once and they had to get it because they had jungle rot. I had never seen that on a television screen, and to see it in HD was like, whoo. It was so bad. I was like, Nece, gotta come here and see this. Come see this.
Well, she does a lot, but I never quite know when you say that what I'm walking into. And I just want to say I really didn't appreciate it that time.
That's adventure. Mm-hmm. I figured I had seen it and somebody else needed to see what I saw. And so, jungle rot. All I can say is, dang.
Yeah. It was bad.
Was rough. So anyway, they had to quit because of jungle rot, and then the one guy got Well, maybe a spoiler. We should probably say.
Well, yeah, I don't want to spoil it, but I think the thing I really took away from it is just the location. It was amazing.
It was Fiji.
They were in Fiji, and you think of Fiji, in my mind, I think of the beach, and that's pretty much it. But with this challenge, they went all over the country, and even had some Fijian teams in there, and they were appreciative of. They said, "We're just living in an amazing, beautiful place," and to see it in that way, it was amazing. But these people were just straight up just monsters. They would go in through the night with very little sleep, 1 hour sleep. I think one team went 4 hours of sleep in like as many days. So
it was crazy. And then there are different times where they did sleep. They had to sleep in the villages. Not exactly Hilton's.
No, they slept next to the river, and you're dealing with wet and cold.
Yeah,
and
it was
hydrating with electrolyte packs and things like that to stay.
Yeah, it was a lot. I have respect, and so then, of course, as we know, as those of us that are in the fellowship of the ring, as we call it, marriage, we get questions asked. And so today got a question. So what did you ask me today about the world's toughest race? Did you say?
Oh, I asked, would I be someone that you would choose for your team?
That's exactly right. And of course, I said, yeah. I said, yes. Heaven, yes. I'd choose you twice. And I'd clone you so that it'd be two of you, one of me. And then, no. Of course I would. But those things, here's what I'm saying. Because there's 4 of us. So I'm thinking, who are the other 2?
Oh, okay.
So
who else could bear us?
All right, that's exactly it. That's exactly what it is. Who could bear
a married couple, but us specifically?
Okay. So
I don't know. Hey, look, I'll put that to the people.
Okay, so if we're gonna do the world's toughest race, us 2, and we got to choose 2 teammates.
Ooh, I know mine.
Okay, so married couple, I think I would have to right off the bat, if I'm choosing draft pick, I may have to take Russell and Julie.
Okay. Well, that would be someone on our list, but I don't know if I could take another married couple.
Okay. Ooh.
I'm just saying.
So we take
because I'm just saying
I thought
that inner dynamic.
I thought you said we had to take a married couple.
No, I didn't.
Oh, okay.
You said who would be our other 2 teammates.
Okay. All right. So who would be our other 2 teammates?
I know our dynamic, but have to sit there and watch someone else stress out.
Who could help you? Who could manage us? Who would we?
Rebecca Hooper.
Becky Hooper.
First round draft pick.
First round draft pick. Becky Hooper would have to be there. Will we take another guy or another woman?
I think you need to take another dude.
Okay. So who?
Because they have to be able to carry bikes and things up muddy terrains, and there's just some things that you just need a little muscle for.
So who would that be? You are
Jonah Russell.
Jonah Russell. Yeah,
You're
I
welcome.
would take Jonah Russell. And here's why I would take Jonah Russell, because Jonah would not just not quit, but we'd get inspirational
We'd
talks.
have devotions.
It would be inspirational. Jonah would, and if you all have seen Jonah, he is a absolute just beast of an athlete, and he just does not quit. He just don't know how, which I would need to help motivate me in that, James, come on, because he'd yell at me the whole time, and then he could take it when I yelled back at him. It would be okay. Jonah, shut up, leave me alone. And he'd go, I don't want to hear that. And then he'd start calling me names and stuff. And so but you need people that you can yell at. Now, if you wanted good TV, if it wasn't about completing, it was just good TV. My first round draft pick would
Let me guess.
No guessing. I'm just gonna say.
I'm sorry, family members.
My first round draft pick would be my brother-in-law Robert, because it would be epic television for Robert and my wife. I can't even. No, they're great. Robert,
we are cool.
The family's awesome, but. Oh my goodness.
Talk about
it would be good TV.
It would be hilarious for me, because I would have to sit there and watch him get on you, not me. Because when it come time to go up those rock walls and rappel down.
He would go, but I would.
Yes, he would.
I would just have to stab him.
Well, that's the thing. That's the thing.
Robert,
He'd be like,
I'm about to stab you.
I'm just saying. Robert would be down for the cause.
He really would. He would. And again, Robert's an athlete as well. And Robert, he's definitely adventurous. That's the thing.
Just got to outlast his mouth. That's it.
I didn't say that.
I did.
So anyway,
he's my baby brother.
So Robert would be my brother and Robert. I made my choice. Who's your choice for good TV?
For good. That's so, I don't know. Pass. I take the 5th.
No, ain't no 5th. Ain't no 5th.
Take family members.
Or the 6th, or whatever.
Okay, for good TV, I would take James Johnson Sr.
My dad?
Otherwise known as Paw. For good TV.
That is wrong. That's not even,
I mean, we'd be somewhere looking at maps, and we'd be in Vienna or Vienna, or I don't know.
Are we making fun of family?
No, not at all. I'm just saying. You said good TV.
Oh.
Am I in trouble?
She done chose my dad.
I love Pawpaw.
Shots fired.
Not at
Oh.
How are shots fired? You started this.
Shots fired.
Not at all.
All right.
Okay.
Shots fired.
Well, look, and I say that with all sincerity because on this challenge, they had everybody from 18 to I think the oldest was 68.
I love
so
Frank.
all that
Frank.
to say,
Frank already got and
nothing. I said what I said. I said what I said.
Yeah. So, so we the shots fired. So she done took my dad. Okay, fine.
Let's go, Pawpaw.
That's fine.
Pawpaw would be like finding us eggs in the villages from the chickens. He's resourceful.
He would be resourceful, but then he would do something like,
and we wouldn't even have to like.
He would tell us to eat something, and then we'd all end up sick. Like,
well,
Dad, you said. You grab that, just chop that up and grill it. Dad, they said that was actually poison ivy that we ate.
Oh, what was that? What? Pufferfish?
Pufferfish, yeah. I love my dad, but my dad.
Good TV, yes?
He would be good, but his mobility is a little tough right now.
Okay.
So that's not a fair one. So you have to choose a different because he's 73.
Okay.
So you need to pick somebody else that'd be
All
good TV. He could be the person that could be at our camp when we stop, but.
Well, see, you're trying to get me in trouble.
No, I'm not.
Yeah. I'm not taking the bait. No.
She know who. And it'd be good.
And they know who.
So, it's all right. So we watched it. So good show. We're encouraging you. Again, if you like endurance shows,
I might take
my
Eric.
wife's a bit, huh?
I might take Eric.
Eric Griffin?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, my buddy.
He would have us on the floor.
That would be excellent
the
TV.
Entire time.
But I don't know how far we'd get.
Hey, like I said, you put me with my brother. I'm putting you with your high school buddy.
But we would sing though. You're my son, because my wife, one of my hidden talents. My wife loves to hear me
murder
make
a hit.
original songs at our house, and so she loves that. And so Eric was my original partner in crime with original songs. So we would my funny story about Eric, which I love, my buddy. But Eric and I, we would sing like our famous was Aretha Franklin.
Respect.
And so, which I love Eric, but Eric knows Eric would always have problems. Eric would have problems. He like spelling was his thing. Like Eric he would say it to this day. He knows spelling is a thing. He is very intelligent, but like spelling gets some people, and some of y'all out there know who can't tell the difference between there and there, which drives me nuts. Like I went over there. THEIR. No, that's the wrong one. That's the wrong one.
THY''RE. That one.
Yeah, that's another thing. That's another thing used. Anyway, so Eric and I. So first time we were in high school, we're obviously we were singing Respect. Eric has a decent voice too, so we're singing Respect. So we're getting there. So we get to like Respect. Just a little bit. And I'm like, we're going back and forth like with the parts, and it gets to the part where we spell it, and Eric goes, R-E-T. Wait, what did you say? Like,
I'm sending him this link, by the
way. Eric knows. This is why one of my buddy. Eric, he's all, R-E-T. And I was like, you got to spell that word out. Like, we was at Daniel Murphy Catholic High School. You got to spell it out. And so, anyway, that was one of my memories of my buddy. We was grooving too. Like, just let it, and he got there, and I was so Eric. So anyway, that's my bud. But yeah, that was one of our. So that's our song. What were we talking about?
I dodged that one. That was good.
What did you dodge?
Yeah. You got two.
So she put Eric on our team to go there. So I don't know how far we get with that team, but it would be. I'll tell you that we dominate episodes 1 and 2.
Yeah, for sure.
That's all I'm saying of the World Stuff Race. Anyway, so I'm encouraging y'all if you like that kind of endurance shows, little competition, Naked and Afraid.
Yeah.
You would dig this.
Survivor.
Yeah, there's no naked in this, but definitely the challenges they face. There's some afraid, that's for sure. So that was really pretty good. So anyway, that was that part. And then what else? We talking about kids going back to school. We got big stuff kind of happening in our community. Our Jones County schools have started. City of Laurel schools start on the 24th, which is next Monday. And my wife just got a new job for this season as a homeschool instructor.
I said, did I?
Homeschool instructor.
I don't know.
Apparently there's a lot of those going around.
And there's a lot of memes going around with those, because I got one today from my favorite brother. Well, one of them. I said one of them.
Okay.
And he sent me a meme, and it was a picture of a black parent standing over their black child with the belt, talking about I know, if I had 5 apples and you ate 2 of them, how many do we have left?
Homeschool.
I'm telling you, the pressure.
The pressure is real.
I'm telling you, you know, everybody has their breaking point, but I have to say that I am looking forward to this season. I'm looking forward to, you know, their next, you know, classes and just what they're learning. I think they're all up for it. I think they're all capable. I'm grateful to have this time with them. It's something I definitely didn't anticipate, that's for sure. But looking forward to it.
I'm excited for the little one to have something to do, because Gabriel, whatever he's doing right now, he will come and report to me. It don't matter if it's the smallest thing.
That's true.
I got told today, and Dad, did you know that when lightning, if it strikes you, it'll kill you? Yeah. I was like, yeah, I know.
Lightning powers.
Lightning powers, but he is big on right now. His vocabulary is definitely increased in a big way from being home with his brother and sister. But he is using every bit of it.
Well, we're trying to trick them right now. It's been tricky because you want to keep them interested in school, and you want them to want to learn, and so you got to sneak it in certain ways. So you might watch a YouTube video here that has some really, you know, fun music, and next thing is I know what you're doing. You're trying to get me to add. Right. It's like, well, I mean,
but there's what's that one right now with the letter M? That's a good one. I don't know who that is. Is that Wayne Brady or somebody?
It's voiced by Wayne Brady, and I need to find it. But
it's something. But like
we are grooving.
It was open your mouth and something M, letter M. Like anyway, it was good. We're on there, so.
We play that thing. We put it on Jam. We put that on our in the vehicle speaker system, and we'd be driving down the road to different letters of the alphabet.
Sammy Anderson just called you. He said, "Didn't I tell you he called you old school?"
Ooh.
So Sammy, I know Sammy Anderson.
Sammy called me old school. I called you old school.
I'm thinking it's you.
Sammy, I think you need to clarify, sir.
And let's see, Frank Moreno.
That's
my brother.
My other favorite brother.
He said, "Time to put some leather polish on that belt."
The strap. Well, you know, this is the South.
Thank you, Frank. Frank, please keep bringing them delicious candies.
They believe in corporal punishment here.
I need it, Frank. I need it.
This is the last week, Frank.
I love it, Frank. Oh my goodness! So we were talking about just homeschooling, that part. I mean, I'm looking for him having some structure. We have 4 we've set up the education. We call them workstations. Workspaces. Yeah, we're not calling them desks. They have workspaces.
But you know what's interesting about it is they all are trying to figure out how to finish sooner. And that's the goal right now for some of them. They want to be done.
I know.
So they haven't even started yet.
Yeah.
And they're trying to figure out, okay, can I finish school a year early now? And I'm saying, I know. And my answer right now is, well, if you finish early, you just got to go to the next grade. So I mean, pace yourself. Pace yourself.
You got to go to college,
right?
So if you
and that's probably still going to be here. So
12, if you done, you going to college. You better figure something out, and you better get a scholarship.
A scholarship to stay home.
Right. They have to do something. They got to do something.
I'll get another job, professor.
Right. Get you another diploma.
Right.
Get a high school. Get an upper high school diploma. They have those.
High school.
Get you a technical degree.
There you go. They should be like
get a welding
adorned.
certification while you at it.
I'm telling you, I'm gonna make up my own medals.
Exactly.
When they walk across the stage, I'm like, and this is the one for doing the dishes. This will be this one for coming to class with clothes on instead of pajamas.
Yeah. So so good. So some things that we're gonna put in place to help with the structure. Number one, I think one of the big things is I'm big on they have to get dressed for school.
Yeah.
They can't just stay in their pajamas and stay in their, they have to actually get dressed.
Yeah.
I think that's important.
I do too.
This is the start of the day and you need to be serious about your studies. And so I think that's important because when we go to work, we have to get dressed.
What am I wearing under here now? That's true. That is true. I mean, that's the big reason why we invested in their workspaces. We wanted to have each child have their own individual space that is quiet, that is conducive to them learning. They have headsets and things like that. They have all their materials set out. So I was actually a little jealous. That
you did real good.
Some nice desks.
It almost made me jealous, except I have my own office. And then she went and cleaned I'm telling you, let me tell you what this thing has done. It blessed my soul. She's got so organized. She went into my office, she cleaned my office. And so I'm grateful. I am grateful.
Yeah, well, I kind of felt a little guilty. So James has this nice workspace. He's the only one who has an official home office. And he got himself a nice little love seat. Was that a couch? Love seat?
I don't know.
A two-seater. Is that a love seat?
Yeah,
two-seater love seat. And it looked good when he brought it in. But
yeah, I did.
I don't know what happened, but this thing,
it's fake leather. It's fox leather.
Pleather.
It's whatever, and it started peeling. And so
this man brings pieces of leather, fake leather couches. I'm finding it in the sheets and things. It's trailing to the whatever rooms, the bathroom. We have a lighter floor in our bathroom, so
people
I see in there.
Excited to bring leather into the bedroom. But
Lord have mercy.
Not the little peel off parts.
This is a family show.
I know.
But I'm telling you, these things were everywhere. My kids had them on the bottom of their feet. I'm thinking, like, what is that a birthmark? What is going on here? He wouldn't even be knowing it's on him. And I'm like, what is that?
And then she's like, what is that?
His hair was black because the couch is black, so it gets stuck on.
If I get in my hair and everything and change it black, I have black dots all over my back like I was a cheetah.
Yeah. So I just felt like, let's work on this. And part of that organization, instead of buying, because the couch actually was a nice couch. It just needed a little sprucing up. And it kind of brought us back to like those early marriage days where you just throw a little slip cover on it. But we upgraded.
Ooh.
We upgraded. It's soft.
Yeah, she did. She got me a slip cover, which is really cool, and it actually looks really good. And it cleaned my office, like throwing papers, and then brought in a chaise.
Shay.
I messed with that Shay Lounge, which is really cool. And so, anyway, I got a pretty
that was for me though,
spot.
Because he likes to sit in there, and I want a place to sit. So it really was for me.
You didn't want to get you some leather on you too?
No, didn't want to sit on the leather
on the peeling couch. No. So anyway, so she's organized and made some inviting spaces for the kids. So they've actually, what's been crazy is oldest, he has started school. Number 2, she has not. But she's been out there just, like using her space and her new laptop and everything else. It's pretty funny what she's been. She's the creative, she's she's creative. So she likes her space and working, and she'll find a project. So, and
they have a great view.
They do. They get to see the backyard and look at the deck that we built for our staycation this year, our COVID deck. And
if there was one drawback though, I am not turning on that air. It just needs to cool down in Mississippi.
Yeah. So let's just talk about it. So how do you all keep your air conditioning bills down? Because now people say stuff like set it to 70. Let me tell you, if you don't turn it on, that's the most effective way to keep it down. That's that. I don't buy that. Like, set your smart thermostat. I'm smarter than the thermostat. I just turn it off.
You know who says that, right?
Who?
The power company.
The power company, exactly. And here's the other thing. I'm encouraging everybody else here. I'm let you speakers that we have in the Hill House. Get you a smart thermostat that you can turn off and on from your phone, that you can see if it's left off. If you have teenagers in your house, you should have smart thermostats, because you will wake up and they are slick. They will turn it on in the middle of the night when you're sleeping and run it all night, and you wake up and it feels to me like if I wake up and the air is on and upstairs, I feel like someone has taken blood out of my body. It feels like they have hurt me.
Yeah.
And so Frank and Sammy talking about solar. Let me tell y'all about solar, Californians. I have called 3 different solar companies here in Mississippi, and here's what they do when I call. They do just like that. They don't even call me back. So I have tried. I'm trying to go and get it done. I'm trying to get solar for us. I'm willing to hire animals to do a turbine. But,
yeah, solar. Come on. I mean, that's like for heating and cooling systems. You know.
But we do have a roof that could.
It has a great pitch, and it would definitely get a lot of sun.
And if somebody called, by the way, hello, Mississippi Solar Companies, if you're out there, please call me, contact our office, because I'm willing. We're one of the ones that are willing to do it. So, but we have AC. So anyway, we don't turn it on. So if it's hot, like in our, we're like, crawl on the ground. It's cooler down there.
It totally is true, and it was funny because the other day,
act like it's a fire. Stop, drop.
I know people think that we're those parents, and we are. That we would rather use our money for things like a nice desk or food, things like that. Take a trip, a book, whatever. But
clothing.
You know what? These kids get used to it. Because I was driving home the other day, literally last night. I had it set to 66 because it was hot. And they were cold. Asked me to turn off the air. Like they had now accumulate.
They could get out the car and walk.
Acclimated. They got acclimated to it being warm is what I'm saying.
They could walk. Yeah,
they could walk, but I was saying they've gotten used to it now, so it's not like they're expecting it to be a meat locker in the house. They're. I'll come home and I'm burning up hot. I'm like, oh, let me turn on the air, and they're like, oh, we're good.
Yeah. Well, I did come home the other day. It was 85 degrees. I probably shouldn't say that because I don't want nobody from like DHS, somebody trying to call like, you got your kids an 85-degree house? Sure did. So it was 85 degrees. They were just sitting there, but they just wear shorts and tank tops, and they understand. That's
they are Mississippi kids now.
Hey, that's how it gets. And then we turn on the air to cool it at night, right before going to bed,
like a little
so it's comfortable.
Little
sip of water, little sip of cool,
just a little
sip of cool, and then it goes off, and then you have that fan, and see what you do. You fool yourself. You let it get cool for a little bit, and you have a fan blowing at the same time. Then you cut the cool. And your mind thinks, it keeps feeling the air from the fan. It keeps thinking, no, I should be cool. I should be cool. And you think, I'm cool, Lex. I think I'm cool.
Mm-hmm. Just cool enough to fall asleep. That's it.
That's what it works. That's how it works.
Telling all the secrets.
Yeah, but that's how it goes. Now in the winter, we do a little different. In the winter when it's cold, you have sweatshirts and sweats, and socks. You can put on layers, socks and shoes,
toboggans, throw blankets,
ski parkas,
robes,
whatever you need to.
Boots.
But don't touch that thermostat.
Don't touch it.
Don't touch it. Now we do have a fireplace.
We do. I forgot about that thing.
We have a fireplace that we have used
twice,
3 times.
Oh, 3
times, and we have a fireplace.
We have some nerve, don't we?
We are bad, and I had to have somebody come on and start the fire because I'm like, why you do this? So
we have some nerve, but I think we've made up for it because we have a little deck now with a fire pit on it, so
they can go out there.
So we can really not have to use the fireplace now. If you want that smell, that nice pine smell, we have a fireplace, and we've used it a couple times.
But here's why we didn't. It's not that we're just crazy parents.
The candles
we
look good in it.
We didn't want bats to come in because we have tall ceilings. And let me tell you what happens when bats come in my house.
Oh, gracious.
I get locked out of my bedroom until those bats are gone. I literally, like, all of a sudden, all I hear is...
Let me just drink my drink over here.
Feet. I hear the door slam, and I'm like, what? And then I go to grab the door, and it's like, oh, it's a bat in the house. And so...
I feel nothing.
So that is how this whole thing goes. So that's why I don't use a fireplace, because I don't want bats, because I like sleeping in my room and not have to chase bats.
Okay.
And they are endangered, so you can't kill them.
No. We catch and release.
Right. You cannot kill bats. That is illegal. So you have to understand that. And I didn't see the 12 that Brad killed in his house, but I'm oh Lord, are we live?
Mm-mm.
Okay. Y'all didn't hear that. I'm sorry. Brad he caught him and released him.
Catch and release.
Yeah, that was it. So yeah, he just let them go free.
They eat mosquitoes.
They eat mosquitoes.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so anyway, but when they're in the house, they are scary.
Yeah, but it's funny that none of the bats came in through the fireplace.
Yeah.
We still don't use it.
We still don't. You didn't have to go there. You could have left that alone.
My bad.
We years later found out they were getting in through the attic, but we didn't know that. So until we did, we had to take precautions. And so
we are looking forward to the winter this year.
Yeah. Now, let me tell you one of our bat stories, which was sad, and that one of the things I'm guilty about, but this is part of homeschool education. I've heard, there's a lot of rumors out there about bats, and I learned that once a bat lands, it can no longer fly.
Can't take off.
That is a lie. So we had a bat that was flying around, and it landed in one of the grates of our
air conditioner
return. So it landed in the grate. And so I was teaching my son.
Picture
Samuel.
that previous with the belt standing over him.
So no, yeah, I did not have a belt. I was like, Samuel, go up there. I was teaching, be brave.
Threatening manner.
So I was like, go ahead. He's off. So we're going over there. We're doing this together. I was up there too. And so
I don't know. I was in the room.
We go up there to
I heard
to
the
get the
footsteps
bat.
going.
So we're going upstairs. And the bat was inside of the grate.
It was a hostage situation.
We all knew could not fly. That's what I had told him. And so I said, well, Sammy, take the towel and go ahead and just throw it over there and the bat, get it over the bat, and it'll, we'll wrap it in towel and get it out.
Was this the first bat? So
Samuel was going towards the bat. And ladies and gentlemen, that thing took off out of that grate directly at Samuel. My son let out. He let out a high-pitched scream. I was scared he was going to break windows.
I thought he was auditioning for like the Harlem Boys Choir, because this boy sang first soprano, and I really thought it was my daughter.
It was a range. It was all. And then the part was, you seen the Matrix where like the scene where he like goes back, and so that thing flew directly at Samuel, and he bent over backwards. I felt
my baby,
and then he hit the ground.
He's traumatized.
I feel so bad.
He felt so bad.
I did. I feel bad.
My baby was traumatized, y'all.
So to this day, Sammy don't do good with bats, and but I learned something. I learned they can still fly. Now they can fly good. It don't matter if a bat is on the ground. Don't you trust it? That sucker will fly right at your head. So you got to be careful. So yeah. Anyway, those are our many adventures with. Hey, we're good parents, by the way. Let me just say that for the record.
I would say our kids have strong character because of our parenting style.
Yeah, our parenting style. So we know we're not the easiest parents. We get that. And we tell our kids, we're true. We're like, hey, we know we're not the easiest parents. We know we may be, skewed on the tough side, but that's we have high expectations for them. But we let them know, like, we love them. We don't love them because of what they achieve. In the same sense, though, we're not going to allow them to not to accept not reaching their full potential, even testing what that is. So, it's.
But I think it's because of the product of the parents that we had. We both had parents that,
yes,
put a healthy amount of pressure so that we didn't just, coast through. And, we understood the value of working hard and reaching goals. And so I don't, I think that's not a bad thing. I think these days maybe it gets a little bit more of a bad light, but I
agree.
I can't say now. I'm waiting for the day my kids will tell me about how I used to be growing up, because I know I have some stories, but at the same time, I wouldn't change a thing. Wouldn't change a thing.
That's the part that probably scares me, is I know the stories I tell about
you
my
should
parents.
Be scared. I can't wait to hear Samuel's version of that bat story. You're being nice.
First of all, I'm just saying, I know the stories I tell about my parents, and now I'm getting I'm thinking, what stories are they telling about us? And that's the part that's getting me, because we had so that that's the part that kind of scares me, is how they perceive us.
Revisionist history. I just tell it like it is. Like, I ain't even, nope, you're right. I did that. I own it.
I don't know if I'm ready for it. I'm shallow. I'm insecure. I'm like, wait, what? I wasn't that bad or said that but
well, in the moment, you say it in a way that is, to me, hilarious. And it's very hard to keep a straight face, because I'm like, oh, they're going to remember that. So that's probably what I'm thinking, truly and honestly. So I don't want to be in the highlight reel. I think James has a highlight reel that they are going to play back for you. They're going to reenact it. They're going to do all the things. They're going to do it all. And I'm just
I'm not that way.
I'm just saying, you're very animated, and I look, okay, I'll be nice. I will. I love you. I just think they're going to have some fun with it, is what I think.
That frightens me. That just frightens me, of them doing impressions, like when they're old enough and out of that, they can do them. I think they do them now, though.
I think there's a couple of them that do it.
Really?
I do.
The kids?
Uh-huh.
The two oldest ones?
I think one encourages the other to do it more.
I'm putting them out.
Don't put out my babies.
I can't believe, do they?
Yeah. They're good. I mean, they have front row seats.
Do they get facial expressions?
They do.
Like, are they that good?
I mean, they look like you. I mean, they're good. What'd you expect?
No. I am scared.
If
they make a TV show off
I think it'll tell you how much they, you had
I'm
so much
serious. Like, my nightmare,
impression on their lives.
My nightmare is my children having a hit TV show called PKs.
Oh, that's a good one.
And they start reenacting, they change the name. It's like,
I would be proud of that show.
Names and GC.
Now, if they,
and they
names and GC.
Names and GC, and then they gonna have a different name.
No, if they're gonna use me, they better use my name.
Instead of them being named after biblical names.
Your mama.
They go to they go fruits and
fruits of the spirit,
whatever. Yeah,
hope, long suffering,
peace, joy, and they start reenacting stuff that happened in our house.
Self control.
Yeah,
get over here. Where are you, peace?
Yeah, it could be bad. It could be so bad. But we were talking even just expecting things out of our kids. I don't think it's wrong to have expectations of them. I think, and here's the other part. As a parent, I think it's important for you to gain, trust with them. Like right now, I we just tell them I'm not your friend right now. I'm your parent. And is that one of the ones?
You say that. You say that a lot. He's out. Right now, I ain't your friend. Right now, I'm your dad.
Yeah.
We'll be friends, but right now, I'm your dad.
Well, so let's be clear. Our roles are clear.
I'm just saying. Own it.
So, but we do that because I do want to be in there. I want them in our lives, but also we know them better than anybody else on earth. And I mean, no bones about it. We know them better than honestly they know themselves right now. And this kind of movement that's about like, like they're just so self-actualized that they know what they want. They don't know what they want. Mm-mm. We know from early childhood education, you have to help the littlest ones. They don't even, the littlest ones, they have feelings. We learned in EC, hey, help them understand what they need. Hey, are you feeling angry? Mm-hmm. And they'll kind of, are you sad? Or they need help in identifying that. Well, as they get older, there's things they understand, but our children's feelings are not what governs everything. Mm-hmm. We can't just like, well, they feel that, so that's their truth. I'm sorry, there's some things that are concrete truths that, that their feelings may be contradictory to, and that's where we're supposed to be a pendulum to help be a centering point. Now, they're going to find their way in a lot of ways, but as parents, I think they expect us to be a centering point so they can venture left and right or whatever and kind of figure out what their life is for them. And so we keep a high standard. We expect them to reach their God-given potential. But we also let them know that us being proud is not based on what they achieve. We're proud of their achievements, but we love them and proud of them because they're ours. Yeah. And but we do expect them to be, to be honoring. We expect them to be leaders. We do not expect them to be followers. I think that's fair. My daughter is a very strong young lady. Her mother makes sure that she stays a very strong young lady. And so I love that about her. My sons, I love them, and each one of them is unique in every way. And so there's no pressure on them. We don't, our kids don't have to preach for a living. They can be who they are. But they do have to they have to be about their best potential. And so we encourage and try and give them, I think we've given them opportunities to find that, and experiences to do that. So,
and I think our kids know if they find themselves in a predicament or seeking guidance, our kids still come to us.
Yeah.
I think that has been already proven and tested, and they know that we're on their side regardless. Yeah. We always say, doesn't matter. You let us know. We're going to listen to you. We expect the truth. Right. And when we get the truth, we will go to bat for you. And they've seen it in action. They've seen where the call to action was made, and mom and dad were on the ready, and we handled it because those are our babies. Those are our children. And so that has been tested, and they see that. So I think that's important too. It's not just, that we're definitely for our children,
Right. And I think that they
we're on their side.
We're their number one advocates. Yeah. Like, hey, look, even when you're in trouble, mom and dad may be upset with you, but you can trust, even if if you're in trouble, there are two people that have your best interest at heart no matter what. That's your mom and dad. And so we definitely want them to do that. I look forward to being able to, as they pursue relationships in their life, we want to be able to speak in that like our family, like our parents did that for us, Mm-hmm. Did they not do that, or are we not allowed?
Are you telling me that? My husband asked for my hand in marriage, and my dad said, "Yeah, when are you doing such and such?"
I know.
So no, that's
it was true, but because her parents were in, I knew, you knew that. My mom said, when she met Nece, I only brought one person home, one girl home to meet my mom. I only had one person, that was my wife. And my mom, I remember my mom met Nece, and then the first thing I remember she told my stepdad, she said, I don't know why Jimmy don't marry that girl. And I was like, I'm getting to that. Could you just let me? I want to meet her, And my grandma, I took one woman to meet my grandma. That was my wife, and my grandmother loved her. All those kind of check marks, because I needed them to be like, okay, this, and that's huge. Those are huge things. And so even as I look at that, today is my mom's birthday. She went home to be with the Lord in 2015, and miss her very much. But those things are huge for me. That my mom loved my wife and endorsed our marriage, and so those things are huge. I think there's a blessing that comes from that when you have parents. And so I encourage even young people that are there, like make sure you have the blessings of your family as well. You know, that's really important. I look forward to blessing my kids in their marriages, you know, and their godly relationships, and that someone they marry somebody that you know, like I did, that helps you pursue your godly passion, help makes you a better person in that than just being alone. And so I think those are things you're looking for in someone toward as a parent as well.
No, I'm just kidding. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, I know. Grandchildren. That's all that is.
That's it. No, that's all.
That's all that is. It is about grandchildren.
Well, you know, it's interesting you say that because there's just so many younger grandparents these days. I think.
Now we're not rushing.
No, we're not rushing. I'm just
kind of Mediterranean cruise that
that I messed up apparently. That I postponed. We had to postpone because I clearly.
No stones,
I know
we were
not
supposed to go on a Mediterranean cruise and somebody went and got pregnant
just by myself.
I'm just saying. So anyway, so we was going on a cruise. And now it's delayed by 8 years, but we going on that Mediterranean.
You know what? Now that I think about it, it would have been COVID anyway, huh?
No. It may have been. I hope not. Goodness. But by that time.
Yeah, because it's supposed to be our 20th anniversary, which will be celebrated this year. So
thanks,
Corona.
Yeah. Love you, COVID.
And I love you, Gabriel.
Yeah. So we're happy. I mean, I trade him for a cruise. He's worth the trade. He's worth the trade. He's funny, though. He's so different than the other one. And that's the other part they say. They talk about how different we are with him.
They talk about that a lot.
Yeah, than we were with them. It seems like there's that big
as they're on their Apple Watches and stuff like that. They're telling me.
Exactly.
They're telling me this, and I'm just looking at them. It all go away. I'll leave everything to him.
We're going to have Frank as a guest
Frank?
On the show. He said, so I have a story.
You got to get Frank in Mississippi first.
Frank has got to come to Mississippi. That's it. I'm looking forward to my brother-in-law and my sister-in-law coming to the SIP, to the deep, deep South, where he can grill and we can, we're going to show him a good time when he comes. So I'm excited.
We'll turn the air on for you.
We will. We're going to turn the air on for Frank. And he get, his own space. So it's going to be good. Be good. So are we already out of time? Are we there? Good gracious. That went fast.
No questions today?
All right. Yeah. So anyway, last couple minutes. Anybody got questions? We can't see them on screen. Can you see them? Okay. All right. Just making sure. There's tons of comments. We appreciate that. Thank y'all. So Kevin Reed is acting up. Kevin Reed is my, if I have a favorite Patriots fan, Kevin might be it. I don't know, but Kevin Reed is deceptive. He's here in Mississippi, but Kevin Reed is Boston and New England through and through. Just mean. So anyway, Kevin said it'd make for a good movie, PKs. So,
yes, because we get to recruit your baby girls.
That's it. We're going to tell them. Yeah. So, but Kevin Reed's a good friend of mine, pastors a great church in Jackson, City Heart Church. And but he is New England through and through. So anyway, but
thinking about this series, I'm like, there could be so many spinoffs. I mean, because we know some good pastors' children. It could be like PK's Mississippi, PK's Atlanta, PK's Wichita Falls.
Okay. And Bradley, let me tell you, Brad.
PK's.
Okay, Brad Smith. Let me tell you about that one. That one could have so many titles. PK Hometown.
Oh.
It could be, okay.
That's a good one.
PK Georgia Bulldog.
PK Show Choir.
Okay. PK Gladiator.
PK CrossFit.
Okay. All of it. Brad would
PK backward hats.
Okay, Brad would have I'm telling you, it would be the sequels could be amazing. So
the spinoffs,
that'd be so cool. So. Well, listen, everybody, thank y'all so much. I want to thank my wife for filling in these last couple weeks. It's been fun having you on here and connecting, and maybe y'all got a little glimpse into our crazy world. And but yeah, thank you for filling in. It's been great, and I have a feeling there's rumors that could be a Brad and James wives takeover where they're doing their own show where they may film a couple episodes for us. So, but it's been really cool. Thank you so much for filming. It's been awesome having you. And like I said, Brad will be back next week as well. Listen again. Don't forget that you thank you all for your support of the show. Remember, you can find it on YouTube, on Spotify, on Stitcher. iHeartRadio as well. So make sure you see the podcast there. You can watch it or you can listen to it there on any place where really that you get podcasts. So we're on iTunes as well. So forgot that. So I want to encourage you all to do that. Thank you all so much. And again, be safe. Keep making wise decisions. Keep loving your neighbor. And we will see you next week on the Brad and James podcast. See ya.